Good everyone, and welcome to today's video, and today it's a subscriber request by ItsFilips, and this time it's for the A6M2-N, also known as the Canoe of Destiny, the Boat Zero, whatever you really want to call it really. So the A6M2-N was primarily designed as an interceptor, however, it really couldn't do much towards the end of the war. Obviously we have the regular Zeros in the game, we have the A6M5, well all the way up to the A6M5 at the moment. I've heard rumors that the A6M8, which was the final Zero, may be coming, but I doubt it. And overall, it just seems like a pretty good idea. It's just, I don't think it's going to fit in well to War Thunder at the moment. So the A6M2N, to go briefly over its history, primarily was used to try and intercept PBY Catalinas and other planes like that. It was not very good in its role, and it was also used as slight reconnaissance as well. It was just not a very good designed aircraft, and obviously towards the end of the war, they didn't need planes like this. They needed planes that could intercept B-29s, and this thing can't get to the altitude of B-29s. And even then, it wouldn't have the speed to keep up with the B-29s to shoot them down, well, potentially shoot them down. And even then, the P-51 Mustangs would lay waste to these Zeros. So the A6M2N in War Thunder has had a mixed reputation with me. Obviously, it turns like a boss to say it's got floats underneath it. Just gonna find my stats for it. And well, as you can see here, 50 to 11, 34 ground targets. I use this thing quite a bit because it was such a nice little meme plane. People don't expect it to be that good, but it can be. Obviously, we're going to be taking the bombs today because they're light and they can kill at least a tank or two, maybe if we get a double kill. But we'll see how we get on. The one thing to bear in mind about the float zero is obviously the floats will impact us in terms of turn rate, in terms of energy retention, in terms of climb. We will get an air spawn, and obviously we will have to land it at lower speeds due to the floats, but other than that, we should be fine. We can comfortably lose the floats if we're lucky enough, but yeah. And we're straight in. Lovely jubbly. And we got Essen, so that probably means either a down tier or a slight up tier. Okay, minimum fuel load 32 minutes. Obviously, we're going to be using universal in both belts. You can use ground targets in the Japanese 20s, but I prefer either universal or tracers. But because of the tracers being purely HE, I like a mix of AP as well, which this has a 1 in 4 of an AP round. And we got down tiered, surprisingly. It's a BR 2.3 game. Let's see how we do. Any names I recognise? No, I do not. But we've got Heinkel 100s, we've got a BF-19E1, we've got some Paul Sod and a Flegels. But it's been a while since I've flown the Float Zero, so when I saw ItsFilips' request for it, I put it high on the priority list. He has requested a couple of other aircraft, such as the F2A1 Buffalo, however I'm not going to do that. The reason for that is because obviously I've done the review on Thatcher's Buffalo. So I thought, well, I've basically reviewed it, I've basically done a flight in it, so I don't know what that guy's saying. But yeah, ItsFilips, I'm not going to be doing the Buffalo, mate, but everything else that you've suggested or requested, I will do. The reason why I just don't want to do the Buffalo because there's no point me doing a video on the Buffalo and then next thing you know, a week or two later I'm doing another video on the Buffalo. The only time I want to do that is if I'm spading a vehicle. And I can see a couple of aircraft down there. BB-1. You can see a ground pound by the tracer fire. Normally, I wouldn't go for those sorts of planes. One of them looks twin engine though. I have quest to kill bomber. Then why are you doing it in a stew? Oh no. Why are you doing it in E1 then? Plus those ain't bombers, they're ground attackers, you moron. Okay. There's an SU-2 as well. There's an IL-2 as well. One of the SU-2s just crashed. That F3F is a major concern, but I should be able to get cannon shots on this guy. Bloody hell, these cannons work well. First kill. It's been a while since I've used Japanese cannons, so... Okay, we've got a BB-1 there. Mate, that's not a bomber. I nearly died then, because of my team. Yeah, he's still not finished him, he's still alive. Okay, we've got H-30, well, H-75 coming in here. Dude, it's a single BB-1, like, come on. Spray some 7.7s at him. I love it how he's shooting at me, yet he's not even shooting at the 109 that's on his arse. Oh, retard, shoot him down. Shoot him down, otherwise I'm doing it. Bloody hell, these cannons are powerful. Second kill! Jesus Christ, that was close. Far too close for comfort. Got P400 coming in as well. Well, I'm impressed with this thing so far. I remember using it in ground forces very briefly, but... Hey, that's a fighter. You just literally stated that you needed to go for ground attackers or bombers. Ah, whatever. Okay. Notice how this Hawk's diverted for a head-on against the 109. Okay, he just died. Okay, that's good. Just got this HE, or this P400 to deal with, which is a highly dangerous aircraft. To a boat zero, it can outspeed the boat zero, but the boat zero can obviously outturn it. And he's flying the aircraft correctly, so that's going to be even more of a concern. Yeah, decent game so far. We've got 2 kills. These cannons are very good. Obviously, we're fighting lower tiered aircraft that aren't really armoured, but even then, these cannons are brutal. Obviously, all the Sigma on the tail. That's just classic. I've had that on the Sigma ages, just never bothered to move it. Okay, let's go for some ground targets. So we're going to save the cannon. We don't need to fire the cannon at these armoured cars. We'll drop the bombs as well, if we can. Well, we can, but yeah, you get the gist. Japanese 7.7s aren't really as effective for ground pounding, but they get the job done. Oh, don't want to cock it up there. We don't need to rush this, obviously. We've got 3 bombers left and a P400, which my team are currently dealing with. Even though, no doubt, they will still find some way to fuck it up, because this is Axis teams lately. Nope. Like I say, I wouldn't really use the boat zero as a ground pounder, but if you need to, it gets the job done at these lower tiers. I'm going to take out these half tracks next. Come on, guys. Kill that HE100 before he bites me in the arse. There we go. And there we go. Just gotta keep ground pounding now. We are heavily lost on points, so that's where we need to start gaining on. I'll save my bombs for one of those light tanks. I'll fire the cannons here. I did say I wanted to save the cannons, but whatever. It doesn't hurt to fire them on one AAA truck. So we just got a PPY5 Canoe in the left and something else. Like I say, I am well impressed with this little guy. Zero performance with just a bit of lack on it, because obviously it's got the floats underneath the thing, but overall it's not doing too badly. I've got to say that. Obviously we've lost a lot of ground targets, we've lost all 3 bases, so we do need to start picking up the pace. I think we might have to start using cannon on ground targets at this rate, just to clean them up faster. Okay, that's C cleared up. I can see clearly now. Oh, that was bad. That was bad even for me. Right, the bombs are not as effective. Who's he on about report? Oh. And I missed my bombs. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's deliberate. And well done. Unfortunately we missed our bombs there, but obviously they're only small bombs. Right, let's go for some ground targets again. Good start. Keep the speed up. Well, I guess you could consider this as a bonus scumbag alert for designer fetish. Level 16 and your team kills a J-88. What a child. Ah shit, still losing forces here. Definitely need to pick up the pace now. I ain't got much ammo left, so... Okay, go back up. We're not really good in the vertical, but it will do for now. And game over. I'll fire the cannons on this one. There we go, job done. First place in the team, 2 air kills, 26 ground targets. Okay, well I'm well impressed with that performance. Yeah, and obviously we got a daily task done as well. Even better. Pretty good result, like I say. Normally I would do 2 battles, but I do have quite a few of ItsFilips subscriber requests to get through, so I'm just going to leave it at the one for today. But you are going to get a bonus video with another sub request from ItsFilips, because quite frankly he's requesting a lot more recently, and I do have to get through them. But Boat Zero, perfectly valid aircraft. I absolutely adore this thing. And well, there's no harm in it. Obviously, we saw the scumbag alert in a way, so designer fetish. Yeah, no idea what his problem was. Team killed a Ju-88. Like seriously, what an absolute bellend. But not my problem. So I hope you enjoyed today's video on the A6M2-N. His next request, if I have it in my notes, is, once I get rid of the F21 Buffalo as well, will be the F4U7 Corsair, which I haven't actually flown before. But we'll just do a first flight and a sub request, like what we did in the BF-19 G14 AS. Anyway, see you in the next one.